Warning, the following video includes my personal opinion on the very discussed game The War C. I'm not trying to offend anyone, neither pick any side. I'm a big fan of both DayZ and The War C. Hey, and how's it going everyone? This is Soren here, and today I want to share my thoughts on the War C scandal. So if you have no clue what I'm talking about, The War C is a new zombie survival game developed by Hammerpoint Interactive, and on their website they claim The War C is the world's first survival MMO zombie game. You may have played zombie games before, but now it's time to live one. So the main thing that's going on about with the War C is that people are comparing it to another game called DayZ. Now DayZ is actually a mod for a game called Arma 2, and the DayZ mod got developed in the beginning of 2012, and a few months after its big success, which got millions of users, a new game came out called The War C, which basically the exact same concept, but it was just the same mod for another game called War Inc. When I say the same mod, I don't mean they took the coding from DayZ, but they made somewhat of the same concept with surviving in the field, getting supplies, and the whole same thing. So when people then came and say, War C, you're copying DayZ, they came with the statement that they've been in development for 2 years, which is basically claiming that they got the idea before DayZ, which seems really unlikely to a lot of people as it's so much the same, and DayZ came out first, and there's not really any proofs that they came out before DayZ. But whether DayZ or War C came first is not the first thing I want to talk about in this video. I want to give my opinion on what I think has happened with all of this in the end. But right now I want to come into the fact that a lot of people have been saying a lot of crap about War C, especially after the first ever playable release came out of War C, which was called Early Alpha, which came out the 15th of October here in 2012. Now, a lot of people instantly said that this game was crap, this game was bullshit, it was nothing worth, everyone has been scammed, and yeah, they basically just said it was a big lie and it was never gonna be anything good. So the first thing you actually have to think about around this whole War C thing is that they're calling this Alpha. This is the first ever playable Alpha release. There's a reason it's called Alpha. There'll be bugs, there'll be shit about this game, and it'll basically be a bad time for a lot of people. But that's the reason why they're testing, and that's the reason why they're calling it Early Alpha, so that they can prepare for the beta that will come out the 31st of October, and then from there they'll develop it further and further and further, and end up with a good result. Of course it needs work, and of course that's gonna happen, and that's why we're having this Early Alpha release. A lot of people are crying about, oh, we want our money back, we didn't pay 30 or 50 bucks to get just a stupid mod for War Inc, blah blah blah. You didn't pay for this release, this first ever release. You actually paid for the full game, and you're gonna get the full game. The game is not done yet, you're just getting early access to develop the game. You're being part of developing the game. You're the one who finds the bugs, you're the one who sends it in to Hammerpoint, and you're the one who makes them fix it. So technically you could have just saved your money right now and wait 5 months until they've developed this game further, and then in 5 months you will use the same amount of money and you would get the same as you would get from now on in 5 months. The fact is just you're getting extra, that you're getting access to play in the alpha and to play through the game while it's being developed and getting better and better. Just like Minecraft has been done, where people have been able to play through the updates, see new things, see new features, seeing bugs getting fixed, seeing new bugs, seeing them getting fixed. That's the point of this whole thing. So that's not really a valid thing to discuss, because it is early alpha, and it's just a bad excuse for people being butthurt over the fact that they think that War C copied DayZ. But hey, I'm not just gonna come here and say that War C is good and there's nothing wrong with it and it's basically just perfect, because I can see it from DayZ's perspective and the people who support DayZ's perspective. People from the War C, when they say something against DayZ, they say that DayZ is a mod and War C is its own game. And that's the difference, and that's why they're not copying it, because DayZ was never its own game. But when you think about it, War C is actually just a mod for War Inc. The only difference is they changed the graphics, they changed the game mode of course, and added some zombies in, and they made their own launcher for it. So if DayZ had just taken the engine from Arma 2 and just made their own launcher and made some cool graphics for the launcher, would that make it its own game? I wouldn't think that. So the fact that the War C are coming out, even with the same name, saying C or Z at the end, which is really unoriginal, whoever of them decided to steal from the other. I'm not completely sure about that, but I must say I believe that DayZ came first and War C have been copying it, but I'll come back to that again. You see a mod that comes out with the exact same idea and concept of another mod. So I can't really see it from other way than that's pretty logical that they've copied this. But let's get on from that. So another funny fact is that War C claims that they've been in development for 2 years. Now, it's pretty funny that they come out straight after DayZ's success saying that they were first. Now, if they've been in development for 2 years, why would they pick the time to release the game and tell the world about the game straight after a replica of the exact same game come out, and then after that success of that other game come out saying that they were first? It just doesn't really make sense. Now another thing is, if they've been in development for 2 years, how come they only now, calling this the early alpha first ever playable release, have what they got right now? Because what they got right now is nothing really special. It just looks like a mod for War Inc. As I've said. If they've been working on this for 2 years, I would imagine they would have a lot more done than what they have right now. I'm not saying scripting is easy, I don't know how to do it myself, but if they're professional scripters and they know how to do these games and they are game developers and all that, I'm pretty sure they would get some more done in 2 years than just this that DayZ did in less time in another game. So that doesn't really make sense. So if they've lied about this, I also understand the fact why some people are shocked when they get the War C, when they get the first alpha, because when you pay $50 for a game that says it's been in development for 2 years, you may expect something more than just the first ever playable release it's just a mod which is so buggy and the zombies can't move and it's crabby and you crash a lot. You expect more if you pay this much for it and it says it's been in development for 2 years. So whether they're lying or not, I'm not saying they're doing, I can't be sure on that, and I'm not gonna blame them for it if they did. But if they did, that may be the reason why some people are a little, what should you say, disappointed with it, and they complain a lot about it. But then again, they said it was alpha, but you know, people expect something else when it says it's been in development for 2 years. So my main point that all of you have probably been waiting for these 8 minutes, and you probably just wanted me to shut up and get to the point. Basically, I think that DayZ came first and War C took the idea from DayZ. Though I personally don't have anything against people like games copying other games, because sometimes they end up being even better and sometimes they end up being the same, but of course different in each ways. So even if they copy DayZ, now we have 2 zombie games. If everyone says that War C is such a crappy game, then just don't play it. Because if someone actually prefers the War C, isn't it just great that they get a game to play that they enjoy more than another game? So didn't War C technically just make something better for some gamers who just want to have fun with a zombie game? Who just want to kill some zombies and kill some other bandits? Like, I can't see the big problem in it. Whether they lied about when they started, whether they stole the idea, I don't really think that we gamers should go around discuss that and worry too much about it. If someone should be butthurt, it should be DayZ, because DayZ, the developers of DayZ, are maybe losing money on this, maybe losing popularity on this, and if anyone should sue anyone, it should be DayZ suing War C, or the other way around. We should actually just stay out of this. Of course we can have our own opinions, and I'm gonna have my opinion. I'm not gonna tell anyone to have an opinion, because people should make their own opinions off of this, and then there shouldn't just be someone saying this is a scam, you're an idiot if you buy it. Because my personal opinion, wow, I'm rambling. My personal opinion with the War C is that it's actually a cool game. Even though it's buggy, even though I sometimes crash, and it's actually an early alpha, I've had so many funny hours playing this. I've met so many good friends in the War C through the global chat, met friends that I talk with daily, that I play with in a squad, and it's actually such a great feeling to play the War C, even though it may have been a copy of something else, and even though they may have lied about when they started the game. I couldn't care less about that. Of course I care a bit now that I make a video about it, but really I can't care less. Like, just play the game, have a lot of fun. You won't regret buying it. That's my personal opinion and my personal advice. Of course, it's up to you if you want to buy it. But anyway, that was all for me. I want to thank you a lot for watching this video. I want to thank you for listening to my opinion, whether you liked it or not. You watched until the end, and I'm grateful for that. Last but not least, I want to simply say that I have 3 guest passes that I want to be giving away. When I bought the War C, I bought the Pioneer, which means that I got early alpha access. And basically, when the beta comes out, the 31st of October, I will have 3 guest passes for 3 lucky people who will be able to play War C for 2 days, 48 hours. You can just join any servers with the serial code that I'll be giving you. So if you want to win this, just comment in the comment section. You have the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st of October. I'm not that good with those numbers. To just enter in the comment section your comment you want to post, and then make sure that you put a little thing saying I want to win, or I would love to win the guest pass, and I will just pick you, or I won't pick you, but I will pick a lucky winner, 3 lucky winners, and I will private message them with the serial saying congratulations, you won, and now you can play the War C. And then you can of course just go play for 2 days, either with me or with yourself, depending on what you want. And then out from that, you'll be able to decide whether you would like to buy War C, or if it's a game for you. Basically, if you don't like War C, this is a good way to kind of get a little free look at it, and try it out. So yeah, thanks for watching, and take care. Peace!